mine and Tamsin's channel. I'm filming alone today because I am going to talk about my skincare products and what I've been using this month. So yeah, let's get straight into what I'm using at the moment. So I have 3 brands that I always tend to go back to, which are Elemis, Gino and Dermalogica. They are my 3 favourites that I always go to and I love. So I'm going to start with cleansers. So when I have a lot of makeup on, so if I've had like a night out and I have a lot of product on my face, I like to cleanse twice. So I use firstly the Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm, which is so gorgeous, it's so nice. It's like a creamy, waxy type of texture. Yeah, I would use this, pull it on and take it off with my sponges. I have like Dermalogica sponges or Elemis cloth, which is good. Normally when you purchase this, it might come with a cloth. I'm not too sure actually, but yeah, just double check. So I find this product really nourishing for my skin. I've got dehydrated skin, so I find it so nourishing. It's also anti-aging as well. It's got elderflower inside of here as well, so it smells so nice. But yeah, it's just a really super richy cleanser, and I love to start off with this all the time because obviously, like I said, it dissolves your makeup. So yeah, this would be my first set, the Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. My second cleanser that I always use, and I have been quite obsessed with it, I'm not gonna lie, is the Elemis Rehydrating Rose Petal Cleanser. Use quite a bit of it, which I find actually it doesn't last that long. I use about 4 pumps of it. It's only 200ml, it's quite small for a cleanser if I'm on it, and then I will use about 4 or 5 pumps of this. It's quite a lot, but I like to have cleanser on my skin. I like to feel like I'm getting everything off my skin. Yeah, and I find this smells amazing as well, and I just love the texture. I love milk cleansers. I'm not a big fan of soapy cleansers, so yeah, this fits in perfectly with my skincare routine. The next thing that I would use after my 2 cleansers, depending on what day of the week it is, I would use my Skin Buff by Elemis. Looks like this. This is amazing. It's really nice and rich. It's a scrubby scrub, more for like polluted, dull, maybe oily skin. I would say this is really good for. My skin can get quite dull, so I love this because it helps to kickstart cell turnover, so you get new skin cells. The idea behind exfoliators, it helps to take away all your dead skin. Obviously everyone knows that. It also has, I think, vitamin E in here as well, so it does help to soothe the skin even though it's scrubbing the skin. Yeah, it does have vitamin E and shea butter base to help soothe and enrich the skin, leaving radiant and fresh complexion, which I do find this does for me, so I love the Skin Buff. I also like the Skin Prep Scrub by Dermalogica. If you're not a fan of a lot of things going inside your product, Dermalogica is one of the most natural brands around, so they tend to smell quite clinical because they don't add smells. Everything that you smell is very natural. So Skin Prep Scrub is an alternative if you don't like to have a lot of ingredients or added smells or things like that. It's also good for sensitive skin, Dermalogica. The Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm you can use on sensitive skin, and so the Rose Hydrating Rose Petal Cleanser you can use on sensitive skin also. But yeah, this would be my scrub. I do love it. It smells okay. It doesn't smell like amazing. I'll just remind myself. I'm going to talk you through the first one, which is my Charcoal Rescue Mask. I just would like, what is it called again? This is from Dermalogica. So this helps to rescue tired, dull, like lifeless skin, which I find it does really help with. It helps to refine the pores as well. It has green tea in here. It also helps to kickstart cell turnover. So it's an exfoliating mask. It's a deep cleansing mask. It helps to just take everything that shouldn't be in your skin away. So whenever I use this, I put it on like a thin layer, and leave for about 7 to 10 minutes, and then I take it off, and I always find my skin does look a lot brighter. Obviously it has charcoal here, which helps to brighten the skin, as you can see, charcoal rescue mask. So yeah, it depends on how I'm feeling, on how my skin is. Like I said, I have 2 masks, and this one is just when I'm feeling a bit oily, because my T-zone is oily. What happens when you have dehydrated skin? Your skin basically produces more oil, so when I have more oil in my skin, that's when I tend to have breakouts and things like that. So I really do need to keep up with my skincare. So when I'm having those days where I feel like I'm producing a lot more oil than normal, I will then go ahead and use a mask, and I would use this maybe once or twice a week, depending on, again, how my skin is and how it reacts. So the second mask I use all the time is Mars Vital Anti-Reads. This is so nice, it smells amazing. Gino products always smell so good, and that's one thing I really do like. It's cream based, it doesn't set on your skin, whereas the charcoal rescue mask sets on the skin. So it just soothes the epidermis, the first layer of the skin, and soothes any fine lines and wrinkles. It has DNA in there as well, which helps to nourish the skin. So yeah, it's an all-rounder. I would say any skin type can use this. And you're probably thinking, because of my age, I shouldn't use, or why are you using anti-wrinkle, like you don't have no wrinkles. But you do need to start at the age of 25. That's when your skin tends to drop in elasticity, so you do need to use anti-wrinkle creams. The whole science, or the whole reason behind anti-wrinkle creams, is to prevent rather than treat. So because I'm 20, I'm preparing my skin for when I'm in my 30s. When I will be in my 30s, I will prepare my skin for when I'm in my 40s, and so on. So you do need to prepare your skin in order to stay looking younger, and that's why I use an anti-wrinkle cream. Just if I find my skin's a bit more dehydrated or dry, because dehydrated and dry are 2 completely different things also as well. When you're dehydrated, you need more water, but when you're dry, you need more moisture. So yeah, and yeah, I really do like this. In the winter, it's like my little rescue mask. I leave it on for 10 minutes, and I just take it off with my sponges. My second mask of the day. There's a little birdie outside the window. So after my cleanser, exfoliator, masks, all of that jazz, I would then go on and use my toner. My toner is an Elemis toner as well. It's apricot. Not apricot, because I normally have apricot, but I ordered this one by mistake. No, it is apricot. I want ginseng. So I normally order the ginseng one, but I've ordered the soothing apricot toner, and I prefer this one. So I'm going to continue getting this one, because normally I have the ginseng one because it's for dry, dehydrated skin. Spray, like that, and then blot dry or leave it to soak in, and then I will put my creams on. But yeah, you do need to use a toner, because it's very important. So if you cleanse or do anything to your skin, you're disrupting your natural pH, but obviously we do need to cleanse to take out all the impurities and the pollutants. So you do need to tone afterwards to just put back the pH back to normal, because I think our level of pH is about 5 or 6, and when we cleanse we disrupt that. And this smells so nice. I'm glad I got the apricot toner rather than the ginseng. Heavenly. I'm going to talk about my oils, what I use. So after I tone, I will then go ahead and use an oil, depending if it's night or day. Night time I'm going to do first. So I would then use, depending on how I'm feeling, I will pick an oil and use that all over my skin. Maybe not on my forehead, because my forehead tends to be oily. So yeah, my first oil that I have been loving is the Elemis Superfood Facial Oil. This just helps to feed the skin. So rather than concentrating on the top layer of the skin, it penetrates down. So we've got 7 different layers. So it penetrates down and works its way up slowly. It smells so nice. And it's really nice and light, even for an oil, because some oils can be quite heavy, I find. But yeah, it smells So good. And I find in the mornings my skin's not as tight as it normally is. So yeah, I really do like this. I'd probably use about 3 drops. Yeah, about 3 drops, and just massage into my skin. Move on to my second oil, and this is not really as popular as the Elemis with me. I find this a bit too thick. Me and my boyfriend were passing a natural shop, and I was like, oh my god, I was in one of those phases. I tend to go through a lot of phases, but I was in like a natural phase. So we went in the shop and I got like a cream, a scrub, got a cleanser, and an oil as well. And it's a vitamin E oil, and it's quite thick, as you can see. Oopsie, the little thing has just flown. It's quite thick, so I don't tend to use it as much, the oil. So that helps with any scars, stretch marks and things like that. It helps to just soothe. If you feel like you need the extra hydration, this would be good because it is quite thick, like I said. And no colouring, no preservatives, no added fragrances. It's all natural, like I said, so that's another. My third oil would be the sweet almond oil. Really like this. It doesn't smell too. Almond oil is 100% organic. I actually picked this up. I actually got this from eBay. Yeah, I think I did. I actually got this from eBay, and I tend to just pat or mix it in with my foundation, depending on how dry, like I said, but depending on how dry my skin is. I tend to use this nightly. All the oils will be at night because that's when your skin repairs itself. So let's move on to daytime. I will not use an oil in the daytime just because it's a bit too heavy, but sometimes I might mix it in with my foundation, just a tiny little drop. So my daytime, so after I tone, depending on what I'm feeling like, after I tone, I will then use my serum. So this is the Serum Nutricellulaire. So if you're finding your skin to be really dry, but you're using a really nice moisturizer, really rich moisturizer, then I would say purchase a serum, just because serums are different to creams. I don't think a lot of people know that, but serums, like oils, will penetrate down and work their way up. It helps to soften the skin and just helps to brighten it up a little bit. It will just help to restore tired, dull looking skin, and I would use that every day really for a month, and then you stop using it. So you only use it once a year, just because our skin gets used to things. So if you're using the same cream and you've been using the same cream for about 5 years, basically you're not doing anything to your skin anymore. You do need to change your creams. I have a different skincare routine in the winter and a different skincare routine in the summer. Creme Vital Anti-Reads, which I am obsessed with. It's for all skin types. So I use about maybe a pea-size amount, and that tends to be quite generous. It's a very rich cream. Again, it's anti-wrinkle like the mask that I'm using, because it helps to minimize water loss, and I've got dehydrated skin. How many times am I going to say that? So this is perfect, because obviously when you've got dehydrated skin, you need more water. So this helps to minimize water loss. So it keeps that rich looking glowy texture that you have in your skin. No matter what age you are, you need to have that glowy look, that dewy texture, and you need to fight the signs of wrinkles. No one wants wrinkles. So use your anti-wrinkle cream, guys. Final thing is going to be my eye care. I use the Creme Eye Fresh, which I really like. And it has like this little silver, like used it to, this has all come off. Eye cream will last you forever, by the way. You just need a tiny bit of eye cream. I'll just show you how much exactly of eye cream that you need. Oh, that's a little bit too much. You need about that much of eye cream. Don't know if you can see that, I hope you can. But you need about that much. Dab it and do it on your ring finger. Dab it like so, so you spread and you just dab underneath your eye. So nice, like look how nice that is. And it's got directions on the back for you as well, so you can see 1 and 2, and you just follow the instructions. But a tiny bit of eye cream is what you need. If you use too much, you tend to do the opposite to your eyes, so your eyes are thinner than your skin. so you don't need that much cream, and also you need to be very delicate and very light around the eyes. It's 7 times thinner than your face, so just be aware of that. Okay, green tea. You like my new mug? And bananas for you. My mum got me it. That's the end of the video. I really hoped you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something today, because we're meant to learn something new every single day. So thank you so much for watching. Peace and love.